Everyone wanted to look like Sarah. In the winter of 2014, she was a struggling actress in the city, constantly failing her auditions because directors told her she lacked charisma. Desperate for fame and fortune, Sarah was introduced by an old friend to a mysterious shaman who lived in an isolated, dark village. The shaman offered her an ancient, forbidden black magic ritual known in local lore as susuk. The ritual was simple, but deeply disturbing. The shaman would insert tiny, cursed needles made of pure gold and diamond directly under the skin of her face. These needles would create a powerful glamour charm, making anyone who looked at her fall instantly in love with her beauty. But the magic came with strict, terrifying rules. Sarah must never look directly at her reflection under a full moon. She must never eat forbidden meats, and she must never let a drop of human blood touch her face. Sarah greedily accepted, ignoring the warning that the needles weren't powered by magic. They were powered by a starving demonic entity. The ritual worked perfectly. Within months, Sarah became a superstar. Directors begged her to star in their movies, and millions of people worshipped her face. Her skin looked flawless, glowing with an unnatural, hypnotic light. But behind the glamour, the nightmare was slowly crawling under her flesh. It started 2 years later, during a late-night shoot under a full moon. Sarah forgot the shaman's rules and glanced directly into a large mirror in her dressing room. Instantly, a sharp, burning pain shot through her jawline. When she looked closer in the mirror, she gasped in horror. The perfect skin on her cheek was twitching. Beneath her flesh, she could clearly see the shape of the tiny needles moving on their own, wriggling like metallic worms under her skin. The glowing light of her beauty died down, replaced by a sickening, foul smell of decaying flesh that seemed to radiate from her pores. She tried to cover it with heavy makeup, but the rot was spreading from the inside out. Desperate to stop the corruption, Sarah rushed back to the remote village to find the shaman. But when she arrived, she found the shaman's hut completely abandoned and burned to the ground. She was completely on her own, trapped with the entity inside her face. That night, she locked herself inside her luxury apartment. The pain became unbearable, feeling as if thousands of hot needles were piercing her skull from the inside. At exactly 3 a.m., the temperature in her room plummeted. Sarah forced herself to walk to the bathroom mirror to check her face. What she saw shattered her sanity. The gold needles had pushed their way out of her skin, but they were no longer gold. They were black, dripping with infected blood. Her face was melting, revealing a terrifying, distorted skull beneath. But the worst part was her eyes. They had turned into a hollow, pitch-black void, reflecting the shadow of a colossal, demonic skinwalker standing right behind her in the dark. The monster's long, clawed fingers were digging into her shoulders, whispering in her mind, "Your time of beauty is over. Now, your soul belongs to me." The next morning, Sarah's manager arrived at the apartment after she missed a major movie shoot. The front door was unlocked. When the manager stepped into the bedroom, Sarah was gone. Her expensive clothes, jewelry, and phone were all left behind. The only thing the police found was the bathroom mirror, completely shattered into pieces. On the floor beneath the broken glass lay 12 blood-stained metallic needles, surrounded by a puddle of black, foul-smelling liquid. An extensive investigation was launched, but no trace of Sarah was ever found. Some say she ran away to hide her ruined face, but the locals know the truth. The entity inside the cursed needles had finished its meal. Thank you for listening to this global horror file on Tradia Horror. If this true story of the cursed beauty ritual kept you awake tonight, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and leave a comment below. Stay safe, and remember, never trade your soul for a beautiful face. Good morning.